It's good to be with you because I love to celebrate Mass with people who perhaps are around my age as you're in your homes. Because I seem to have turned a corner since the last time I was here. I turned 80 years of age. And I was going into the sacristy. We have sacristy. And they said, "Welcome to the club." I said, "What club?" "The 80 Club." So here I am at the 80 Club. But yet, one can still remain active and involved with your mind. First reading, we said Abraham was 75 years of age. He got up, went with the people to new territory without fear. So I think that we have to be able to do that. We're at a different stage in our lives when we turn to be 80 and beyond. I guess the stage that I have to really reflect upon now in my life is the idea of gratitude. I was reading recently a quotation from St. Ignatius of Loyola. And he says, "It seems to me, in the light of the divine goodness, others may think differently, that ingratitude is one of the things most worthy of detestation before our Creator and Lord, and before all creatures capable of a divine and everlasting glory, and of all the evils and sins which can be imagined." So Ignatius says ingratitude is one of the gravest sins that we have to look at in our own lives. For it is a failure to recognize the good things, the graces, and the gifts received. As such, it is the cause, beginning, and origin of all evils and sins. On the contrary, recognition and gratitude for the good things and gifts received is greatly loved and esteemed both in heaven and earth. So that's quite a challenge that Ignatius puts before us. He says if we don't have gratitude, it's the root of all other kinds of sinfulness. So as we get older, rather than to sitting back and say, "Oh, I can't do this. Look what's happening to me. I can't run around anymore. I'm shut in." Maybe we should take some time to look at the good things that happened in our lives. To be grateful to God, the very gratitude that we need to offer for being here, still alive in our old age, that we can be models for other people. Someone explained further, that seems very strong, root of all evil. But this reflection that I read stated that if we are not grateful, we cannot be generous. We cannot be magnanimous. We cannot offer to others to things because we're so involved with ourselves and our own self-concern. So I guess that as I reach my later years, I have to begin to look at gratitude for what God has given me and all the wonderful things in my life. Today is an optional feast of St. Thomas More. Now, St. Thomas More was a very wonderful saint, and he wrote something, a prayer, that I think would be good to share with you. He stated, "Grant me, O Lord, good digestion, also something to digest. Grant me a healthy body, the necessary good humor to maintain it. Grant me a simple soul that knows to treasure all that is good, that doesn't frighten easily at the sight of evil, but rather finds the means to put things back in their place. Give me a soul that knows not boredom, grumbling, sighs and laments, nor excessive stress because of that obstructing thing called I. Grant me, O Lord, a sense of good humor. Allow me the grace to be able to take a joke, to discover in life a bit of joy, and to be able to share it with others." I think it's a wonderful prayer upon which to reflect in our older years. Good humor, healthy body, know and treasure all that is good. Don't get frightened about what's going to happen, to worry about the future. Celebrate the sacrament of the present moment. Don't give way to boredom. Don't always be complaining. It's very difficult for people to visit if all they hear is say, "This is terrible, this is awful, what's going to happen?" Be there, pleasant. Good humor. Be able to laugh at oneself and be able to share jokes with others. I ran across a saying from Doug Hammarskjöld. Doug Hammarskjöld was once the head of the United Nations, and he died in a tragic plane crash. And he said, I am grateful for what happened in the past, and I'm able to say yes to what will come in the future. Just think of the peace that will come to us if we say, thank you, Lord, for all that has gone on in my life. And if we also can say, I have no control what is going to happen in my future, but I say yes to whatever the Lord has in store for me. Wonderful motto to live by. I am grateful for what has happened in the past, and I say yes to my future.